Good morning. It's the beginning of day 2. It got down last night to probably about 23, 24 degrees. We stayed pretty warm in here. Robin had to put the sleeping bag liner in her quilt. She got a little cold, but other than that, it was a pretty uneventful night. So we're gonna get up and have some breakfast and get ready to start packing up and hike out of here. So let's go get some breakfast and some coffee. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Everybody do all right last night?
We made it.
Yeah.
Made it.
We survived.
I think I have another option to collect water.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to
Let's have some coffee.
not getting it.
Got some Camelback bottles in with a logo. I know in my last video up at Cheehaw, I was using the silky saw from I think it was Taylor McDonald's silky saw. I just got a cheap Fiskars. I think it's a 10-inch blade, and this thing has worked out like a champ. I mean, we cut logs as big around as your arm to put on the fire. I just don't think we would have been able to make it without this. So this right here, I would call it a pretty essential piece of gear. If it's cold and you have to make a big fire, a saw, any kind of saw, whether it be a silky saw, a Fiskars, steel, whatever, essential piece of gear.
That's the way it was. And we get up in the morning, coffee, devotionals. We were doing meditation and then like a 20-minute yoga with Adrian, YouTube, in the condo or the house or wherever we were.
An absolute gear explosion in here. Okay, Jay, professor here, had a pretty good idea. He was a little afraid that his bag that he normally takes with him the Eureka Grasshopper 30.
Yeah, it's real easy.
Yeah, he was a little afraid that it wouldn't be enough to take on the mid to low 20s like it got to last night. So he double bagged. He brought the Alps mountaineering bag, down bag, and actually put it inside the Eureka Grasshopper 30. So he doubled up on the warmth rating of the bags. So that's a very good idea. If you don't mind carrying just a little bit extra weight, and we only hiked.
Yeah, we only hiked
3 or 4 miles.
3 or 4 miles, so that was fun.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Double bag. All right. So here I am sitting by the campfire with Robin, my beautiful wife, Robin.
Hey, y'all.
So what'd you think?
I had a great time, but I don't want to do this again till spring. I'm a weenie when it comes to the cold, so.
She loves me. That's why she came with me.
I do. I love him, and I'm going to hang out with him as much as I can, but I'm going to have to limit this cold weather experience.
Yeah. When we first planned this trip, and I was looking at the long-range forecast, it was It was forecasted to be like 35 for the low, and as we got closer and closer to time to go, it kept dropping. So, it was kind of one of those deals where nobody wanted to pull the plug on the trip, so we just went with it. I think everybody stayed reasonably warm. I mean, 3 or 4 in the morning it got pretty cold, but anyway.
If you plan accordingly, it's not so terrible.
Good point. Take the right gear with you. You definitely would rather overpack than underpack, because it's not a game when you're talking about these kind of temperatures. You're risking hypothermia if you don't bring enough. So, but yeah, overall it was a fun trip, wasn't it? We saw some great sights.
Yeah, some beautiful waterfalls and relatively easy trails, and just a lot of good fun with some great friends. So
yeah, a lot of good campfire discussion last night.
Fantastic experience overall.
Yeah, so don't let the fear keep you from coming out and at least trying it. Robin, backpacking is new to her, and she gave it a whirl and she liked it. So hopefully I get her back out here again.
When it's a little warmer.
When it's a little warmer, we're gonna. She is a champ. We're gonna let it get to spring and do some backpacking, unless we get some warm temperatures in late February.
I don't know about that.
So yeah, I'm here with Lucy and Brian Tucker, and this is kind of their first foray into the woods and spending the night in the extreme cold. But so what'd you guys think overall?
It was great. It was cold, but it was great.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold and I didn't sleep as well as I'd hoped, but I probably won't sleep well no matter what the temperature is, just because first nights anywhere, even in a hotel, I don't sleep well. So.
Right. So, what was your greatest fears about coming out? Was it just the weather mainly, or just the not knowing?
For me, it was the weather, because I had you guys to help us figure out how to put things up or what to do. So, but if it had just been us alone, it would have been a mixture of how do we, use stuff that we've never used before.
Right.
I learned a lot about little things that we need to have that we just didn't have.
Sure,
a
absolutely.
Saw. Yeah,
the saw was
a measuring cup.
A measuring cup, yeah.
Also, these pads you let us borrow, those were like lifesavers, because
Yeah.
we laid them out and then we could put all our stuff on it
Outside the
Yes.
tent.
outside the tent, and then figure out what needs to go where, instead of laying it on a wet ground, because it had rained for a couple days before we got here. So.
Yeah, what she's talking about is these little foam pads that I cut out of some probably 1/16 inch foam that I found at a discount store. So I cut those. I know the Gossamer gear, they charge a lot for those, and I'm not sure that it's worth the money. It's more a hype thing. Everybody wants one, so they're always out of stock. But yeah, Lucy had a great point there. When you're breaking down camp, put something down to put all your small items on. That way you don't lose things. Also, your Tyvek that's under your tent, you can also put the white Tyvek down, and it makes everything just kind of stand out.
Okay, yeah.
So So yeah, we had a great time.
Thank you, Terry, for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Oh, hey, look, you know, I just enjoyed you guys coming out with me and on this episode, and it's always just great to be with great friends and have some good conversation. But yeah, don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from at least trying it.
Yeah, because you might fall in love with it and do it the rest of your life.
You absolutely might fall in love like I have. Yeah, backpacking is definitely a way of life. So, Lucy and Brian, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing this little section of the video.
Sure.
Another thing I was going to show you guys, if you have a camp chair, which I have the REI Flash Air, I think is what it's called. These are like $99. Camp chairs are great. Some people don't like camp chairs, but if you're not hiking in a long ways, I would suggest a camp chair. But anyway, what I was getting at was instead of using the stuff sack that the chair came in, Ben at Hilltop Packs makes these awesome Dyneema bags for your camp chair. So yeah, there you go, Hilltop Packs, Dyneema camp chair bag. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but they're very affordable, and Hilltop Packs is just a great company. They make some awesome gear. They are now using a material for food bags called EcoPack, which is really cool. It's environmentally friendly. So yeah, check them out, Hilltop Packs. Wow, getting close to noon. So JD and I are gonna go down and check out the gorge, see how far it is. Should be 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile to the gorge. All right, we just left Small Wilds and we're heading north. And as you can hear, there's a waterfall right here on the left, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure we'll come closer to it, but yeah, this is the easy part of the trail, though. When we get a little further in, it's gonna go down into the gorge, and it gets pretty technical and pretty treacherous. But we are going to head that way. Here, if you're staying at Small Wilds, go north, and here's your water source. And then we've got, yep, that's it. Great place to take a shower. Yeah, beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, this is coming off the Firey Gizzard as you start down into the gorge. Up there is where we were just a minute ago, and we came down this, so that's really cool. And it's pretty treacherous. You just have to watch your step. Coming back up is going to be a lot of fun. But I guess from Foster Falls, if you're heading north, this is about 4 miles into the trail when it drops off into the gorge here. Okay, we're almost to the bottom, and as you can see, it just gets absolutely gorgeous down here. You see the river running through here, and these trees are so tall. Pan around here and show you what we just, if I can keep from falling, what we just came down. So as you can see, it's pretty steep going down, and right now there's a lot of water running down the rocks, so we got to be careful about. I think pretty much everything's thawed out, but it's still slick. All right, we are down at the bottom of the gorge, and another bridge. Check that out. Isn't that cool? This is the first time I've actually been to the bottom But I'm telling you, if you haven't been down here to the down into the gorge, you gotta come down here. JD was making a great point. He said this is something like you would see in the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon. Yeah, that's where we got to go back up. Yeah, as you start out, just make sure you look around for the blazes. Make sure you're on the right path out. Okay. Whew, here we go. I'm not gonna film this because I don't want to fall. So we're gonna make our way back to camp here. We're back at our water source for last night. We're gonna get back to camp and check on Jay and see if he's about ready to start heading back towards Foster Falls to go home.
Open it, man. Well, or not. I mean,
Yeah, if I open it, I'm committed to.
I think we can drill it real fast.
I think I'll just
Cheese and
Okay, guys, we are leaving Small Wilds campsite. One more look. Great campsite. I would say that if you come up here, especially if you have more than 4 tents,
get a log over here.
the group site is incredible. I mean, water close by. There's a privy up there that's a short walk. Beautiful fire ring. Lots of fallen wood. We did have a little bit of trouble. It rained the night before we came up here, so we had a little trouble finding dry wood for the campfire. But we stacked it on top of as we cut logs, we stacked them on top of the grate, and it dried them out, so that worked out great. But the guys are back there getting ready to leave, and we'll head south on the Firey Gizzard back to Foster Falls.
Bit of sleeping bag, an empty water bottle, and another empty water bottle. And your packing picture, you got scoliosis there, Jay. It's kind of going left, going right, maybe back left. I think it might be balanced out actually. Does it feel okay? Yeah. Okay. Better than yet. All right. Well, go camp.
This is
This gentleman built the bridge we went over a little earlier.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah. That's good
Oh,
stuff.
you built the bridge. Can I get you on film? Do you mind?
Well, no, I don't mind.
Okay, I got a YouTube channel. So, what's your name, sir?
Tom Fleury.
All right, awesome. So this gentleman built how many of the bridges?
Well, my group, South Cumberland Wilderness Association, we built 6 bridges for the Friends of the South Cumberland.
Friends of the South. I saw the plaque up on the bridge.
And if you came by the potato house, the old potato house up there by Warner's Farm, there was a junkyard bluff there, and we cleaned the bluff up. Junk cars up out of the bluff.
Oh, awesome.
Hauled them to the scrap.
Yeah.
Had to get a crane and bring them up.
Hey, I'm in the crane business myself, actually.
Yeah, it's a military crane.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, great.
Surplus.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, the old green cranes.
Yeah. It worked good though.
So it's people like this gentleman here that cause us to have a good experience when we're on the trail. Just doing little things to help the trail out. If you love the trail, just like the Appalachian Trail, so many people do things for the trail and just go out of their way. So thank you, sir, for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful trail.
That man right down there is a member of our organization.
Okay, all right. And that's, give me the organization name one more time.
South Cumberland Wilderness Association.
South Cumberland Wilderness Association. Okay,
Yep.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. And we are back to the Foster Falls trailhead. So that's going to put a wrap on the trip to the South Cumberland State Park, Foster Falls Small Wild Campsite video. I just appreciate these guys coming with me, JD and Jay, the professor. Thanks for coming along, and give a shout out to my wife Robin for joining along this time. She's really out of her comfort zone up here, but she wanted to come with us on this one, and I appreciate that. And Brian and Lucy Tucker, thank you for coming on this trip with me. They have a passion for this kind of thing, and I hope this trip just stokes their passion for backpacking and camping and hiking. And I hope you learned something about the South Cumberland State Park area. It's the Firey Gizzard, great trail, great area. Come up here, bring the family. There's a lot to see and do. Great overlooks, great waterfalls. So yeah, if you found the content of this video useful, please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to my channel. Like I said, it's all about hiking, backpacking, outdoor activities. So yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.